I just cut my hair basically in half. It was at my tailbone and I needed a change. And guys, honestly, shorter hair is just so much more fun to play with. I should have done this a really long time ago. I've been wanting to cut my hair really short for a while and I just couldn't take it anymore and I did it. That's not the point of this video, but let's get into the point. Recently, I got a request on my current curly hair routine and which DIY products I'm currently using, and I figured now would be a good time as any to update my Lotus loves on how I've been taking care of my curls lately. We'll be covering everything I do from washing, detangling, deep conditioning, and styling, all with DIY curly hair products. None of these products are store-bought. You can make these at home. Well, if you have all the ingredients, you can make these at home. Let's get into my updated curly hair routine. Even though my hair still looks pretty healthy at this point, it is 9 days old and my hair is very dry, so it is in need of some serious TLC. I am taking some plain coconut milk straight from the can. It's so accessible, you can find it literally at any grocery store. I'm using this as my detangler. I'm just re-wetting my hair, saturating it all the way through, splitting it up into smaller sections, and taking my Easy Detangler Brush Pro, detangling my hair. After I detangle my hair, I go in with my cream mask to make sure that my hair is super hydrated. I fully saturate my hair. I massage it into my scalp because it has amazing benefits. It prevents dandruff and it's just very healing and it feels so soothing and cooling on the scalp. After I finish a section, I twist it up, put it out of the way, and get to work on the rest of my hair. I will mention, I know a lot of people advise, don't put deep conditioner on your scalp. You only need to put it mid-shaft to ends. No, if you're using organic, natural ingredients that are easily absorbed by the scalp and your hair, my general rule is if I can eat it and it can be absorbed by my body and it's made up of organic matter, then it'll be fine for my scalp. I mean, you get most of the benefits when you apply it from a root to tip, and I like to do it this way because I know that all of my hair and my scalp is getting the love that it needs before I get into my next steps. Once I finish detangling on one side, I braid it up to get it out of the way and then move on to the next sections. It's so much easier if your hair has been dry for a really long time and you waited it out a little bit longer than you need to. This deep conditioning session almost serves as a pre-poo for me. Starting my curly hair routine outside of the shower saves me so much time and it helps my wash day go by a lot faster by prepping my hair in this way. I used to apply my deep conditioners after my shampoo, but I found that this order works for me best when I use my curl cream hair mask because it is very rich in moisture. I have to cleanse some of it out so that it doesn't weigh my curls down after styling. I find I have a little bit more flexibility with my curly hair routine by deep conditioning first. I've done it where I begin the process the night before, sleep with my deep conditioner, and then wash it out the next day. It also helps me to be a lot more consistent because it kind of eases me into my routine rather than, you know, like spending hours in the shower. After I complete detangling and applying the deep conditioner, I braid my hair up and then I wrap saran wrap around my head. I've shared this several times on my channel already and I'm sharing it again because it's exactly what I do when I deep condition. I feel like this is the best way for my hair to absorb all the nutrients from the mask. It really traps in the heat so well. I add on my steamer deep conditioning cap, which I've used forever. I don't know, maybe a couple years now. I really like that cap. It's so convenient and easy to use. It gets nice and hot. what I love about my current curly hair routine is that because I deep condition outside of the shower, my actual shower time, like taking care of my curls, is around 15 minutes. For me, y'all, that's a feat. Y'all don't even understand how long it used to take me, but I just, yeah, I don't like spending all my time in the shower. As you can see, my hair has fully absorbed the mask. There's no white residue left. It is nourished. It's looking shiny. My scalp is looking so healthy. The next thing I like to do is wash and shampoo my curls. If any of you have seen my African herbal shampoo video, you know how much I truly love this shampoo. It gives a gentle cleanse while adding an insane amount of slip for detangling, and it has quickly become a hair care staple for me. I can't be without this stuff, and Mbunu is just absolutely amazing. It's like a co-wash but so much better because it actually has the ability to cleanse the hair. It gently suds up while you use it while giving your curls a really clean feel without stripping it of moisture. And I love that I could cleanse my hair from root to tip without dehydrating it or damaging my curls. And Mbunu shampoo is like the easiest DIY I've ever made. This shampoo literally takes a few steps to make. It's been keeping my scalp really healthy and flake free. Every single week I always pair my shampoo session with a shampoo brush. The one I use vibrates and it feels so relaxing on the scalp. It gets rid of any possible buildup that I might have on my scalp. This shampoo brush is the key to getting a super clean scalp. The skin of your scalp is similar to the skin on your face. Now it needs to be cleansed, exfoliated properly, and moisturized to stay as healthy as possible. After completely rinsing the Mbunu shampoo out, I go in with my curly hair serum because I'm keeping things lightweight today. It will serve as my leave-in conditioner as well. Again, the main theme here is slip. This serum provides great slip with a really lightweight moisture. If you have fine curly hair, you know that it could be a nightmare to deal with when it comes to detangling because it wraps around itself so easily. This serum helps to prevent tangles for my next wash day. It also helps with breakage, single strand knots, and it serves as an awesome base to help define my curls. Anytime I'm doing a wash and go, I always layer my products. In general, the first step is for me to use serum that I use as my leave-in, and that's just for moisture. The second thing I use is oil. That is to protect my curls from moisture loss and to seal in the moisture. The third thing I use is a styling product. Flaxseed gel is key for me to have definition and longevity with my curls throughout the week. Let's talk about technique because this is totally unique to the person. This depends on how you like to style your curls. Honestly, when it came to styling my curls, your girl really just used to do the most, and lately I found myself taking a little bit more of a simple and easier approach. I used to do a finger rolling technique, which I still do use, but it is on occasion when I want my curls to have an extra polished look. Now all I do is just rake all the products in my hair, shake the curls to activate them and get them back into place. Sometimes I don't even need to do that. Once I throw my hair back, it'll curl organically the way it wants to form. Honestly, I kind of prefer this method because I feel like it looks the most natural. It's a really effortless method. This is really the only differentiating factor when it comes to having your curl pattern matter, is what your curls need in order for it to be curly. If your hair is still curly when it's wet like myself, you don't need to force the curls in place by scrunching brushing. The main focus should be smoothing the products in and protecting it from moisture loss. The curls will just form organically on their own. You don't have to force them into place. You don't have to coerce them into being curly because your hair wants to be curly. All it needs is moisture, definition, and hold. If you find that your curls appear straight when it's wet, then you most likely will need to do a little bit more manipulation to get your curls to form, because it doesn't have an issue with retaining that much moisture. It has a little bit of an issue of holding the curl. That's where most of your effort should be, in helping the curls to form. This rake and shake technique works the best when I'm using lightweight products. My curls are able to just bounce back and form on their own, but if I was using heavier products, then I would need to do a little bit more work to help the curls to activate. But with these products, I definitely don't have to do that. Keep that in mind. If you do try this technique and you find that your curls aren't bouncing back, the products are probably a little bit too heavy. If you love the products that you're using, just do a little bit more work to get the curls to form. You could do finger rolling, you can use a Denman brush, whatever technique you really love to use that technique. But I find the right balance for me when I use something that's lightweight, helps my curls to bounce back. My focus is always moisture, protection, and hold. That's what works for me when I'm styling my curls. After I finish styling my hair, I always diffuse. I used to be the girl that air dried, but now, no. I don't have time for that. So I just diffuse for about 30 minutes on medium heat, high speed. I have a video where I break down my full technique. I go into great detail about how I dry my hair, but in general, I just hover the dryer around my head rather than doing all kinds of madness, messing with my hair. I just leave it alone so that it could have the illusion of air drying, but I didn't actually air dry my hair. It's dried with a diffuser. I like this technique because it leaves zero frizz behind. Your curls are going to look extremely defined. We're basically freezing the curls in place as fast as possible right after styling, and I find that that does actually help my curls last a little bit longer. Around the time that my hair is mostly dry, I throw my hair into a pineapple, I wrap a scarf around it, I take the scrunchie out and have it kind of loose, add another scarf on top so that my hair is not exposed while I'm sleeping. Just FYI, I do also sleep on a silk pillowcase to make sure that all of my hard work is not going to waste. I also like putting my hair up in this way because it's loose, so when I roll around in my sleep, it's basically scrunching out the gel cast. This is where all the magic happens. You know, you look at your hair the first day, this looks really strange, what's happening? And then the next morning, I wake up, I grab some oil, scrunch out any of the gel cast, I squish it out, I clap it out, I do whatever, I swing my hair around, and this is where I feel like my curls just blossom. They look so much fluffier. That's how I get the final product. Off camera, I did my baby hairs, brushed them with flaxseed gel. Usually, my curls last me around 7 days. I do get that question as to what I do throughout the week. To be honest with you guys, what I do with my hair is extremely minimal. Once I do this routine, I pretty much don't touch my hair throughout the week until my next wash day. It's just easier for me to keep up. I let my hair get frizzy as it wants to get throughout the week, and I feel like it kind of has more of a lived-in organic feel. Okay, my loves, I do this curly hair routine around once a week to maintain and take care of my curls. Each step I go through remains exactly the same. The only thing that changes are the products. So I swap the products out as my hair needs change and how it feels. There's still products that I buy from the store, but for the most part, everything I use is DIY products. And I will be coming up with a really detailed video later on explaining how I switch out each product, when to use each DIY product, and why. I felt like this video wasn't enough to get into the nitty-gritty details. I hope you guys enjoyed my updated curly hair routine. Go ahead and subscribe if it's your first time here for more videos like this one. While it's really great to talk about something in theory, it is quite another to actually do them. Since I've actually done both of those haircuts on myself and I've had pretty decent results from both, I figured I would share with you guys some of the similarities and differences that I personally noticed between the unicorn haircut versus the pigtails haircut on curly hair. If you're teetering on the edge and you're not really sure which DIY curly haircut to go with first, hopefully this will help you to make a decision as to what you think will be the right haircut for you. The unicorn haircut is where you gather all your hair in a ponytail towards the